I've been on the keto diet for a month or 6 weeks. And let me just, before I tell you about the plan, let me tell you about the keto diet before I forget. Here's some of my findings. So the no sugar, right? You got to stick to the keto diet. And there were a couple times where I had some chocolate that was only like 60% cacao or whatever. And you're supposed to be at like 75%. But anyway, here's what I found from that diet is you lose a lot of weight. I found I lost a lot of weight by staying off of anything processed and off of sugar. Like I got lean to where I didn't know I could be as lean, like lean in my muscle. Like I could see things that just memories in like I started remembering shit, like my brain got lean. Like it took the gristle right off my brain and suddenly I remembered maybe a gift that someone had gotten me a long time ago. Or I remembered somebody who maybe had held a door for me maybe, 7 or 11 years ago at a 7-Eleven maybe even. But it was interesting because it just took a lot of the fog out of me, I noticed, mentally. So mentally from being on the keto diet, a lot of the fog was lifted. I felt more energy, more free energy. Because I'm always thinking, I got to have these carbohydrates and this and that. And I'm not saying go do the diet. I'm saying, look, there's some downsides of it. I'll tell you in a second. But I just want to make sure that I let you know the experience that I had from a month on the keto diet. And the sugar, I definitely noticed some withdrawals. Man, you want fucking sugar, boy. What is that, a sugar? What is that? Dude, you get if somebody whistles for a taxi, bro, you fucking... And they've been having a donut or a snack or something recently. You hear somebody whistle and you fucking, what is that? Oh, sugar lips over there. They had a sucker 2 weeks ago at the bank. You can hear it on their lips. You get real caught into, you get jealous of somebody. You see somebody leaving the store with a bag of bread and you follow them to their car. You don't even realize it. You follow them to their car. Like, what am I? And you kind of come out of a trance. What are you going to do? You going to choke somebody out for a loaf? What are you going to do, So you do have some withdrawals. I got angry, I noticed. I get real spicy. Oh, real spicy with others. I mean, somebody said something and I don't like it, and I'll tell you I don't, I just make a face like, like somebody just been stuffing just hiding a bunch of very, very, very young lemons in my fucking mouth. I make a face like that. Boy. So you got your, if you're one of the 7 dwarfs, you grumpy. That's how it made me. It made me, I had some withdrawals. But it made me very alert. It made me, when I woke up in the morning, I felt immediate energy and excitement. I didn't have to wake up. It was like I was either asleep or I was awake. And there wasn't a lot of like shifting gears in between the two. I was ready to go. I felt like I started to feel like a lot of foods and stuff really slow me down, really slow you down. It's almost like what you eat. It's like if you have a lot of bread, then you get breaded up. You might feel it's like you're a little slower in the morning. You got a couple of baguettes in your step. You got a couple of, you're on the basketball court, you're a little slower. You got a couple of croissants stuck in your crossover. You start to feel like, I start to notice whatever I eat is it impacts my behavior, or it impacts my motion, my fluidity. So I started to notice that 100%. You might have a couple, a little bit slower on the dance floor. If I've been having too much dessert, it kind of sticks to you. I'll have a couple of creme brulees in my hip hop parade, ho, hey, ho. So I noticed that kind of stuff. I maybe have a little bit more, I might have a couple, I might have some, I just have a little bit less, I'm less fluid. I'm kind of slowed down. And so those are some things that I noticed on the ketos diet. Some withdrawals from the sugar, much better energy, much better mental clarity, very, very clear. Anger, more anger. Now, at the same time, I was on Chantix, non-cigarette pills. And, I mean, people, the anger could have been from the pills. You fucking kill, you'll drive a car into a fucking shopping mall during a Nike sale, during a sale over there at Estee Lauder's. So it's that kind of vibe, So Chantix is, the non-cigarette pills, they'll make you do shit. So I shouldn't have been I was cross-pollinating the different evacuations. I was trying to evacuate the sugar and the bread and do the ketos diet, and I was also trying to evacuate nicotine. So I think I spoiled myself as a testing facility, but those are some things that I did notice immediately. My mental clarity was very clear, but I was very antsy. And some of that could have been just still withdrawals from the sugar. And I probably should have taken a little bit more time. But I think I'm gonna do it again. I'm going to make sure that I'm not doing something else at the same time, like not mixing diets or not trying to evacuate, sugar and cigarettes and alcohol or whatever else all at the same time, just because that's a lot. But that was the keto. So less body gas, more clarity, movement. I would move a lot faster, quicker, much clearer to communicate. Anger, though, I found myself getting angsty. I didn't notice any drop-offs in my energy levels. I noticed a lot of lean body. Lean. What else? People say you get keto crotch or something, or keto crotch. I didn't get it. My crotch seemed normal. I mean, my crotch has enough issues as is, with that mild to, kind of lowercase erectile dysfunction. My dick is not, I don't ever, erectile, my dick is lazy, though, I will say that. I got that LD. And, I'm saying if you walked in, say you walked into work and a lot of dicks are supposed to be at their desk, doing the typewriter, my dick will be over there by the wall, maybe having a cigarette or something, or lying to one of his coworkers, trying to find. So those are some things that I noticed. I'm trying to think of anything else so I get real clear on what my experience was doing the keto. So just you have, just not that anybody's asking, but I do get, messages saying, hey, what's going on? So, I started to notice immediately after about 4 days, 5 days, I started to notice how some sugar and some sugar candies were just too much, man. Like once I started to lose the palate for like a Snicker or even, whatchamacallit or some Necca wafers. Once you started to lose that palate, man, when you looked at them again, you were like, oh, that looks nasty. And me, I love a baby Snicker. Dude, if I go to heaven, and the Lord lifts his skirt up, I hope about 30 baby Snickers falls right out of his dress. And so when I started to look at these candies and it was just too much for me, it was surprising. I was like, wow, now I see where that sugar is, and it makes me, I don't want anything that sugary. It's too much. It felt fake. And natural sugars, I started to really like the taste of like 80% cacao chocolate. The shit that you taste, you're like, damn, this ain't chocolate at first. But by the 7th day on keto, you're like, dang, that stuff is sweet. You start to really realize where sugar is everywhere. They'll put sugar on your fucking wife, bruh, if they think you don't like her. And a lot of women use sugar. They know you'll see a lady, she'll hide a couple of, a couple of milk duds or something on the back of her neck. She'll tape a fucking, a short stack of Starburst on the nape of her neck. Because they know sugar attracts men. You'll see a lady back in the day, she'll put her head on the side and put a couple drops of honey in her ear. That old-fashioned fucking keep you around sauce, because they know that sugar attracts. So, but that was my experience, man. That was my experience. And even I noticed like a tomato, if it were really good, it would taste really sweet. And that was about as sugary as I got, because you got to stay off fruit as well. There was a couple moments where I cheated, like it would be, I would have like a sunflower seeds and like a banana or something at night a couple times. And that's just my experience. I hope to have a bigger and more lengthy experience, but that's been my experience so far that I tried. Well, thanks for watching that video right there. That was a beautiful little segment, I think. But of course, I'm partisan to myself. But you can move on to another video right now. You could check on this video or on this video. That's 2 different options. And you can also subscribe to the channel. Check on a new video. Subscribe to the channel. Check, subscribe, check, subscribe.